Welcome to the Tardis, home to the little red doctor. As you can see, the main change between Series 1 to Series 2 is the fact that we now have this extended doorway. You also see we have a phone, a real phone this time. Actually moves, and the opening of the panel. As you can see, we have the police public call box sign reversed and leading up to the Gallifreyan light box, which is from the original TARDIS, and then down to the foam sections, which is based on the Matt Smith and Capaldi TARDIS. And these also have lights just behind. Step into the main kind of area of the console room, as you can see, all in view now. You don't see most of it on camera, but here it is, the new floor. And we're coming up to these vents in the floor, and the plinth of the base with the round doors, which I don't think we've seen much in the series. And then we have lights underneath, some more detailing around the console, and an overview of the panel. As you can see, you've got the danger meter from the William Hartnell era, as like with this panel from Adventure in Space and Time. And a few sliders, buttons, flicker switches, standard buttons, turn the dial, two red levers, also based on the Matt Smith and Capaldi TARDIS. This panel is a replica of the original TARDIS, so as you see, everything was repositioned onto this panel. We also have the light up switches and round things. Yes, the round things. Most of these components I made myself by putting things together. And then coming around to this panel, also based on the Matt Smith and Capaldi TARDIS. It's got the voltmeters and a few knobs there, and the sliders, and whatever that thing is. And another turny thing, and then the shields and blue stabilizers with a few buttons, and then the classic kind of Hartnell and Troughton and jump out, of course, their levers, the 60 levers. Also they were put onto this TARDIS from the last, but they've now been rebuilt with plastic rather than wood. And here we have the Helm, pretty much my own design. From the top we have these toggle switches that click, a few push buttons and smaller toggle switches. Should I zoom in, just focusing on you. Then these buttons that light up, some more knobs and switches. This lever, a lot of people do ask where did I buy all my levers from. I've made the majority, so this is just made from a sheet of metal that's been cut and bent, and it's just got a bolt going through and handle so it can turn or do the Matt Smith kind of whack. Then we have the fast return switch from the Hartnell era, and the dematerialization lever, again made completely by myself, with the bits of metal which were bent into shape, and this section is off a drain pipe, but that's how it works pretty much. And then a few more knobs there. And then we have this panel, which has the wheel, which is from the original Tardis, and then a few more knobs there with a bit of McGann with the little gold circles, and the sonic charger, which was reinstated from the original console. Not really much going on with this panel. Again, the arc reactor used as the sonic charger, and then you probably can just make out the bits of wires and vents under the console. And for the last panel, we have the proper voltmeters now. Before they were plastic and very unrealistic. A few more of these, the same ones on that panel but in red. Some more dial bits. The original push buttons, again reinstated. More of those toggle switches. Another two there. And the microscope, which was from the original. And these wires, which is based on the McGann Tardis. They've just got multicoloured wires now instead of red. And also lights. The Tardis also has this bluish silver collar going around with some more lights. And then we have the time rotor brace, which that's made of perspex, leading up to the main time rotor, which it's pretty much the same as the original. Didn't really change it much. But this one is solid now. It's perspex, that is. It's got 3 tubes going down, reminiscent of the John Pertwee era, with the modern TARDIS inside and the atom accelerator based on the Matt Smith TARDIS. And then leading up to the top, which hasn't changed either, it's still the same from the original. The lights just got replaced with brighter bulbs, and it's got the 6th light installed. And then of course we have the monitor. Hello to myself. Yeah, there's the monitor. It's an actual monitor, which also has a built-in DVD player. One of the biggest changes as well, we kept the hexagons, but we've built new roundels in there, which as you can see, it's just a tube with an LED strip, which also changes colour to whichever I desire, really. It usually stays on the blue. That's the white. And red, as you see quite often, but they usually stay as the blue. We've got the coat stand and the vents, which all got rebuilt as well. And as you can see now, we have these pillar sections that come down into the floor. They aren't the original got thrown out and these got rebuilt, and they have a corrugated pipe going in, again based on the new TARDIS, and it has a strip of LEDs running down, and they basically run up and they go into the overhead unit. And then of course we have new skirting boards on the bottom just to make it a bit more fancy. And then the back of the TARDIS is something that's probably changed the most. As you can see, we have these panels, which has the original TARDIS levers from the first series. So as you see, the original dematerialization lever and the original Matt Smith inspired levers, but with the pipe on the top. This is basically the fault locator. It will be in the series, and also up to the roundels again. And then on the opposite side, it's pretty much the Doctor's diagnostic panel, and these are from the original console. So basically the Doctor puts things on there and he works on them. As you can see, he's got the old Series 1 sonic screwdriver, which has been destroyed now. And roundels again. And then we have these bookcases on either side, just under, with some more roundels underneath. Can't have enough roundels. She's got a few books, binoculars, his teacup, the skull that was in Series 1, and a few more books below. And this side we have Dalek Eye Stalk and Cyber Mat and some more books below. The idea is that the Doctor will collect memorabilia over his time and store them onto the shelves. As for more props, he has this old wooden trunk which has more junk in it, and the Doctor's Tardis Toolkit, which has old Sonics that are broken or he's got through and he's used. And lastly we have the chair, which is the original from Series 1. It's slightly falling apart a bit, but still there, fighting on. So yes, this is pretty much the TARDIS. And everything I should probably show you is above there are also round doors on the ceiling. And there is one on the opposite side, but the lights seem to have packed up. And last but not all, we have the I'm not really sure what to call it, but it's from the William Hartnell series, where it was just above the fault locator, and these also, they used to light up but they've packed up over time, and we'll probably get the lights working again in there. And that's pretty much the TARDIS. The door also used to have sloping sections come down. You can probably see where they used to be, but they got pushed back and gone into a flatter door. And of course you've got the porthole now, which you should be able to see into the corridors, but maybe you will in future, who knows. So yes, this is pretty much the TARDIS. The delayed tour of it. We also have the black inserts in the window to kind of make it more of our own rather than the Matt Smith TARDIS. So yes, this is the TARDIS. We have more room in here now, and it will carry on with more adventures to come. So yes, thank you very much for watching, and the Doctor will see you in the next episode of the fan film series.